Hi, I'm Rob.
And I'm Andy. And today we are talking about another video game, and this time it's Elex.
Is it Elex or is it Elex?
Well, it's spelled it's spelled E-L-E-X.
Okay, now
it might.
I would pronounce that Elex because I say electricity.
It is an abbreviation, but I do think it's pronounced either one of those two ways.
What's it an abbreviation of?
It stands for Eclectic, Lavish, Exhilarating, and I think it's Xenial. X-E-N-I-A-L.
Depending X-E-N-I-A-L.
Yeah.
What the hell does that mean?
Depending on how they pronounce the X.
Yeah. What the hell does that mean?
Well, Elex is... I'll go through what the main plot of the game. It starts in a planet called Magalan. Magalan, so it's like the shop Matalan, but with G.
Okay,
and,
so...
we have to say other shops, they are available, but...
Yes.
Yeah, saying Tesco wouldn't have made the joke any better. But
no.
Anyway, a meteor hits the planet, and it's got a compound or a resource in it called Elex. And it can power machines. It's a main source of its magic. It can begin life as well. So it's like this totally new source.
Okay.
And you begin. You're not given a name, so it's more of you get a protagonist at the beginning, similar to, for example, The Witcher, but he's got a name, obviously.
Yeah.
So you don't make your character.
So there's no character designer?
No. So you form a member of this, let's call them the baddies. They're called the Albs.
The what?
A-L-B-S. And what they are, they're like, in a way, similar to a Witcher, actually. They consume this Elex drug, and that makes them have no emotions. So they're more like the baddies of the story, from what I understand.
All right, okay.
And anyway, you get betrayed and crash in a jet at the beginning. And your character, because he hasn't had this Elex in a while, he goes through withdrawals and has these emotions experiences them for the first time. So the beginning of the story, it's basically you get into grips with things. You meet up with someone who tries to fill you in on the background of the planet.
Yeah.
And tries to turn you away from your past life.
Okay.
So the story's there, but...
I was going to say that went from sci-fi to magic to metaphysical in like 3 easy steps.
Well, I think that must be the eclectic in Elex.
I'd say more eccentric than eclectic.
But later on in the game, you can... there's 3 factions. One's called the Berserkers.
Yeah.
And as you can probably guess, they're quite berserk. But they're the magic kind of faction in the game. You've got the clerics, who are religious and worship their own god, but they're also the technology side of things.
Okay, yeah.
And then you've got the outlaws, who, although don't seem like the bad guys, they just survive and make bad weapons, like really, evil weapons type of thing.
Yep.
But anyway, alongside from that, because you can't really join factions until you're about 2 hours into the game, so it's got quite a long introduction. And basically, it's a third-person role-playing game. And playing it, you get the impression... Have you ever, when you're playing a game, let's say an early Elder Scrolls game, let's say Oblivion.
Yeah.
And you play it in third person, not first.
Yeah.
Have you played it in third person?
Yep. I played games like Dungeon Siege and stuff like that, remember?
That's what it feels like
really?
When I'm moving about. It's a lot more fluid, but for example, when you're attacking, you start off fighting rats and things just for your training.
Yep.
And do you know when you're on Oblivion and you're fighting with your sword, and then when you're in third person, you'll hit them, and all of a sudden they'll fall to the floor. You wouldn't see the sword rebound off them, kind of thing.
Okay.
And so the combat isn't the best, but from what I played, it is fun, and you have your traditional RPG elements. You can you pick up, for example, sword and axes. It's got quite a very simple combat gameplay to it. So altogether, it's a fun game, but it feels like something that I picked up about 5 or 6 years ago.
Okay.
It doesn't seem up to date and as well with it being priced as a full-priced game. I think it's £40 at the minute of this recording.
Wow. Wow.
It's not something I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say it'll be brilliant at a sale price. But yeah.
Excellent. So, what's the graphics like for Elex?
They're really good. I think they're not the best. They're not, for example, Hollywood, like big production value graphics.
Yeah.
They're, let's say, original Uncharted graphics, where it looks like last generation, but it is pretty good.
Okay, excellent.
So, and the gameplay-wise as well, you do have your choices that affect the ending. You have your secondary quests, and they're like filling more of the story. So you're getting quite a good gameplay.
Okay.
But I haven't seen enough yet without going through the game in another few hours at least.
So what's it like to learn the game then? Is it as easy to pick up and play as some of the other first or third person shooters I've tried?
Oh, definitely. It's more of a sword-based game than one where you use guns. Well, up to now it is. But yeah, you literally have... It works brilliantly. I played this on PC, and I tried both controller types. On the controller, you literally have your D-pad, and each D-pad you can equip a weapon. So you can literally, let's say, down for my sword, left for my axe. Yeah. And it's really simple. Although it is what is it? I think it's something like the LB to attack, or it's something silly like that. But it's really easy to learn. You don't really get a tutorial, it just pops up. So there's no tutorial level to it. But it is really good. When you use the mouse and keyboard as traditional, your number keys correspond to whatever you want to assign. So it works pretty well when you use your mouse to fight.
Wow, that's unusual.
But I think similar to what you do on Mass Effect, where
you
use your keyboard and then you'd use your mouse to maybe aim and fire and things.
So you're a keyboard warrior with your mouse railgun.
Yeah. But if you like your RPGs, and you like your studios that don't usually get they don't usually get the spotlight too much. It's usually one of those hidden gems that you might find.
Yeah, this is true.
But if you could find this on a sale, I think that would be brilliant. If you're just not too keen on your RPGs, but altogether, it's quite a solid game. So I wouldn't say it's a bad game. It's not a brilliant game, but it's a good, solid game. And you do have a jetpack as well.
Excellent.
Do you like jetpacks?
Yes, we do. Everyone likes jetpacks. Who doesn't like a jetpack?
Please leave comments below. We'll try to reply to as many as we can.
We have other video game conversations and other interviews on our YouTube channel and on our site and various other places. We do podcasts as well, so if you head to iTunes or Audio Boom and just basically look for The Geek Show. And we have a Patreon, so if you're a regular watcher or listener of the podcast network, then please support us. I've been Rob.
And I've been Andy.
We'll see you all later.